For the page 29 oral problems, we have some multiplication and division problems with positive and negative numbers. Number 1, -2 times -7. Negative times negative makes positive. 2 times 7 is 14. Number 2, +3 times -4. Positive times negative makes negative. 3 times 4 is 12. Number 3, a negative times a negative is positive. 6. Number 4, when multiplying by 0, the answer is 0. Number 5, negative times negative is positive, and 1/2 of 6 is 3. Number 6, negative times negative is positive. 3 times 8 is 24. Number 7, positive divided by negative is negative. 14 divided by 2 is 7. Number 8, negative divided by positive is negative. 28 divided by 4 is 7. Number 9, 0 divided by 5 is 0. Number 10 is the same. 0 divided by any non-zero number is always 0. Number 11, we have a negative divided by a negative. When dividing numbers with the same signs, the answer is positive. The answer is 2. Number 12, negative divided by positive. When dividing numbers with different signs, the answer is negative. 48 divided by 6 is an 8. Number 13, without actually multiplying, will the answer be positive or negative? We have 1, 2, 3 negative numbers being multiplied together. An odd number of negative numbers, when multiplied together, makes a negative answer, because negative times negative makes positive, but then when you multiply that by that third number, the final answer ends up negative. Number 1, one of the numbers in the product is 0, so the answer is 0. Number 3, negative times negative is positive. The last number is positive, so the answer is positive. Or another way to think of it, in the numbers being multiplied, 2 of them are negative. There's an even number of negative, so the answer is positive. Now let's multiply together. It would be easiest to multiply the 14 to the 1/7 first, because 1/7 of 14 is 2. Then multiply the 12 to get 24. Number 5, 29 times 3 plus 29 times 7. Notice the common factor of 29 in both of the products. We can apply the distributive property. This is equivalent to 29 times 3 plus 7. This will make it easier to get the answer. 3 plus 7 is 10. 29 times 10 is 290. Number 7, doing the work in the grouping symbols first, 17 plus 3 makes 20. Then multiply by the 5. 5 times 20 is 100. So this equals 10 subtract 100. Remember that the multiplication by 5 to the number in the grouping symbols has to occur before the subtraction, because multiplication comes before subtraction in the order of operations. 10 subtract 100 is -90. Number 9, we have a division problem. Let's just go left to right. -24 divided by 4 is -6. -6 divided by -3 is 2. Number 15, we have some division and later on some multiplication. Notice that one of the factors in the product is 0, so the final answer is 0. Now a review assignment, starting with page 26, number 25. Find the difference between 8 degrees and -2 degrees on a thermometer. The word difference means to subtract the two numbers to find out how far apart they are. 8 subtract -2. This is equivalent to 8 plus +2, which is 10 degrees. On a thermometer, +8 and -2 are 10 degrees apart. Number 27, find the difference between these two temperatures. The word difference implies subtract them to find out how far apart they are. 103 subtract 98.6. This makes 4.4 degrees Fahrenheit. Now page 25, number 2. -5 plus -5. We're doing an adding problem. That number is negative and that number is negative. The numbers being added have the same sign. So you add their absolute values and give the answer the sign of the numbers you had to begin with. Question B is subtraction. -5 subtract -5. You're subtracting the same number from what you had to begin with, and so the answer is 0. Or you can take the time to rewrite this as an adding problem. -5 add +5. These numbers have different signs, so you subtract them, getting 0. Number 6a, 4 plus -1. This is a positive, and this is a negative. These have different signs. Find the difference between 4 and 1. It's 3. And then give it the sign from the number that has the larger absolute value. Question B, 4 subtract -1. Let's rewrite this as an adding problem. This makes 5. Number 12, 0 subtract -6. Let's rewrite this as an adding problem. We see that the answer is 6. Number 16, another subtraction. Let's rewrite this as an adding problem. And we see that the answer is 9. Page 21, number 3. We're asked to provide the reasons in a proof of this statement. If A equals B, A equals C, and B equals D, prove that C equals D. The first statement copies down the hypothesis portion of that sentence. The reason for doing that is given to us. When doing a proof, the first reason is usually that it's given information. Statement 2. How can we create the equation B equals A from what we had written before? What's the relationship of B equals A to the equation above A equals B? Well, the right side and left side are switched. It is the symmetric property that allows you to do that. Statement 3. The 3 dots are the word therefore. Why can we conclude that B equals C? Well, look at what was written before. We had written that B equals A, and then above that A equals C. So let's connect those together. If B equals A and A equals C, then it is okay to say B equals C because of the transitive property. Statement 4 is C equals B. Why can we say that based upon what was written before? Well, look what was written in statement 3, and then look at statement 4. What is the connection between those? Again, the symmetric property has been used. Finally, statement 5. Therefore, C equals D. Where does this come from? It has to be built on what was written before. We had that C equals B, and then up above that B equals D. If C equals B and B equals D, then C equals D because of the transitive property.